When you look at these character designs, what kind of an anime do you expect to see? It doesn't look like it's going to be a high school slapstick comedy to me. So when you see these character designs, do you really expect to see dark fantasy? These cosplayers who belong in some shitty otaku comedy?
Everything is okay.
The defenders of the show constantly yell about it was obviously going to be dark fantasy from the very beginning, and people who were fooled by the first episode weren't paying attention to the foreshadowing of the first 15 seconds. Because as we all know, if you start your anime by clearly showing it's going to be dark in the first few seconds, there is absolutely no way someone can be shocked when something horrible is going to happen to these cute-looking characters in the third episode. I mean, are you guys blind? It was there all along! Don't you remember how horrifyingly depressing the first 10 minutes of Kotura-san were? Obviously telling you it's gonna be non-stop misery all the way to the end, and then it became a run-of-the-mill school comedy. It was there, you guys, why didn't you see it? So anyone who was fooled in the first episode is an idiot. Look at this cute elf being playful. This is clearly something you expect to see in dark fantasy. I mean, it's nighttime, isn't it? What more do you need?
Doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to like it.
Therefore, Goblin Slayer is dark fantasy, as this episode clearly proved. It's definitely not a sitcom, even though the only thing they are doing is sitting down and doing comedy while not being dark and gritty at all. I mean, look at these designs. This is clearly dark fantasy, and nobody should be fooled. And I know it didn't have any rape and senseless slaughter, which is the only reason people are watching this clearly dark fantasy anime with very appropriate character designs that obviously belong in this type of show. But remember, this was a character bonding episode. We get to meet and like the characters. We learn great things about them, such as character class and race. Do they have a name? No, nobody has a name in this show. Who cares about that? Names are not characterization. Rape and senseless slaughter are characterization.
There's no wrong or right way to do things.
And let's not forget the amazing world building we were offered by these clearly dark and gritty characters in this totally not sitcom episode. We get to learn so many things about the origin of the goblins. And by origin, I mean theory crafting about them for 5 minutes, since nobody knows from where they came from. This is how you create an amazing setting with speculation, so the audience can imagine anything they like about what is going on. Great job, Goblin Slayer, that's how you do it. This is the pinnacle of modern anime, a dark fantasy that has characters with no names who belong in a comedy, theory crafting, and then showing boobs. Anime are officially saved thanks to Goblin Slayer. It clearly deserves being the anime of the season.
You just have to like it.